Hi, my name's Star. I'm an alcoholic addict, and I'm going to try to tell my story here. What I remember of it, and bear with me because it's my story and it's probably different. Maybe some of it's the same as yours. To me, I'm unique, but to you, maybe you can relate to some of the stuff, and that's probably why I stayed in these rooms in recovery because I don't feel so alone. Once I heard some of my story through your lips, it helped me to share mine through mine. So here goes. I grew up in Iowa and started off in the country, and my mom drank a lot. Um, she made wine, and I remember how she made it with the balloon and the bottle, and just colorful balloon. It'd blow up, and then it'd go back down, and then it was done. I got a few tastes of that. It made me feel all warm inside and pretty good. I remember that. Boy, I must have been like 4 or 5 years old, 6, 7. We moved to Des Moines when I was 9. My mom and dad got a divorce. My dad was abusing me sexually. My mom never knew that I know of, but of course that could be why they had a divorce. There was never no talk to us about that from her. He said it's because she was a slut, and of course, he wasn't very truthful, and that's pretty evident on the way he treated us. Anyways, my mom got divorced from him. I was 9. She dated a couple other guys and ended up marrying a guy named Mitch, and he had a couple kids, and he drank too, and he was very abusive physically to my brother, to my stepsister, to my stepbrother, to my little brother. Um, so my mom had my little brother when I was 12, or no, actually 11. So I was 12 when my mom died. My little brother was only a year old. When my mom died of cancer, I watched her die of cancer. After watching her drink and my stepdad drink and passing out in the driveway and just all the chaos of the grown-ups. There was so much chaos of the grown-ups. In fact, my real dad stabbed my stepdad one Easter Sunday because they didn't get along, and my stepdad almost died. I watched that. Um, just a lot of chaos. Just a lot of chaos growing up and drinking. There was a lot of drinking with the adults, and like I said, sexual abuse. I remember my grandma would, no matter what my grandpa did wrong, my grandma would not believe it. My grandpa made passes at my mom, and my mom wasn't allowed in my grandma's house. So stuff was kept secret. Secrets were in our family. You didn't dare tell. Or like my mom, you wouldn't be allowed in the house, my grandma's house. You just weren't supposed to say anything. My dad told me I wasn't supposed to tell the secrets for him, and that it was my fault anyways. So I grew up shamed, keeping secrets in chaos. Okay, so I ended up on my own at 14, 13, 14. It was like 14. Um, After going through the system, the group home, the juvenile home, running away 5 times, um, running away. Oh my God, the first time I ran away, I ended up in Brainerd, Minnesota with a girl named Tammy. Um, Ended up water skiing, getting really drunk. Actually, I think that's the second time I got really blacked out drunk. Because the first time I went to a school thing in Omaha before I ran away and got blackout drunk, and the girls told me about it, and we got in big trouble. And it was an ROTC deal, and the captain just was really mad. We threw the cans outside the window, or at least I know I did, because the next morning I got told I acted really crazy, and we were in trouble. So I don't remember. All I remember is I drank it, and it started feeling good. Then I didn't remember nothing after that. And that's the first drunk I ever had. The second one, I also blacked out. So that's just amazing to me that, from the very get-go, I couldn't stop. I needed more and more and more, and I think it's from, you feel good, and I just didn't want it to stop. Um, because growing up, it didn't feel so good. I don't know. I mean, that's just me speculating or whatever. But anyways, I ran away 5 times from the group home. The first time I had a blackout drunk, water skiing. After that, I remember when we got to Crosby, there was a couple times drinking that I couldn't tell you what happened after I got drunk. Drank a lot of peppermint schnapps. Boy, does that stuff stink when it's coming back out. That's all I can tell you about that. Um, I remember when we got caught, my friend Tammy, she came back. They put her on a bus. She got caught first. She came back, got off the bus, so the next time they caught both of us, they put us on a plane. We had a choice of a plane or a cop car, and I chose a plane. I was really scared of the police. And I think that's because of stuff my dad told me about the police. And if they get you, and if you go to the bad house, what happens there. We definitely got on a plane. Got back to our hall, got back to the group home, ran away again with another girl named Tammy. Drank, drugged, ended up experimenting with cannabinol. It's like a trippy kind of high. Did crystal, just almost did, what was it called? Angel dust. Angel dust. Kathy shot up some angel dust, and we had a friend named Cindy that, we would go cruise in the loop. We would go cruise in the loop downtown and hang out. And got done cruising the loop, and she decided that she had some dope, we were gonna shoot it up. And I decided I was scared. Good thing I was scared back then, because I outgrew that fear later on. But luckily I didn't get AIDS or hepatitis or anything else that happened to other people. In fact, Kathy got hepatitis. She had a bad trip. She thought she was in hell. She was outside the yard laying, I'm in hell, I'm in hell, oh my God, I'm in hell. And I couldn't help her. I was helpless. I didn't know what to do. I just sat there and looked at her and said, no, you're not. You're right here, and tried to help her. And it was just awful. It was really awful. And anyways, I kept partying, sleeping around with different guys, anything to survive, get high, not have to feel. And then Tammy got back with Chuck, which was Kathy's husband. They got in a fist fight. Tammy got caught by the police because of the fist fight, and she told on me where I was at. So then I had to go back to the group home again. I ran away right away again. Went back to Kathy's house, stayed there for a few more months, got caught again, and then I ended up taking off again. I remember I dyed my hair black because I figured they wouldn't catch me that way. I looked horrid, really bad. I mean, I'm so pale complected, black hair just didn't go. Plus I had little blonde spots throughout it. So I turned myself back in just to get my hair back the right color, because I knew I had some money in the bank from working the little time that I was in the group home. I worked at the Broadlands Hospital one summer, and I saved up some money. That was 3 months without me running away, and that was probably the only 3 months in the group home that I didn't. The 5th time I ran away, I didn't have to go back. They caught me. I was working. I was living with my ex-husband's sister, and I was working at the Why Not Grill. Before I was living there, though, I ended up staying with my ex-stepmom when she left my dad and her son. Even when they moved out of the apartment, I stayed there in the abandoned apartment. Then I got my job at the Why Not. I met my ex-husband, ended up staying with his sister, and ended up getting married through all that. I got married when I was 17. My husband was a dope dealer. He dealt weed and a lot of white crosses. I did a lot of white crosses, swallowing them at the time. Got bored with being married. Wanted the single life. Wondered how it would have been if I wouldn't have been married. All that. And ended up leaving my husband and finding out